My baby told me with a sigh, saying words that came across as a doubt.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be taking you to a journey to one of Manila's top Filipino fine dining restaurants. Hapag Manila is located in Makati City, which is around 40 to 45 minutes away from the property. Guests may access the restaurant through Power Plant Mall and taking the lift beside the Libay Chalet. Hapag is helmed by Chef Nav and Chef 30 with a goal of making guests feel at home and pushing Filipino food forward. Upon entering, we were warmly greeted by their staff and was even offered a quick tour of the restaurant. Luckily, there was no one occupying their private dining room, which can seat up to 12 people and has a consumable rate of 50,000 pesos. After the tour, we were led back to the entrance and was given an introduction to the unforgettable tasting menu that we were about to try.
We can start with your hapag experience. So what we have in here, we wanted to showcase you our fermentation. So those are fermented miso na nag-start pang mag-ferment back at Katipunan, Quezon City. So dun po kami nag-start mag-ferment ng mga different fermented miso and vinegar. So as you can see on the label, they were already 1 year old and 2 years old as we start fermenting since 2020. And so bakit Katipunan po, nag-ferment sila Chef 3D and Chef Nab using a plastic or can box. Yan. So ngayon naman po, mayroon na silang own space which is to also honor the traditional way of Filipinos kung saan gumagamit tayo ng jar to ferment vinegar and burong kanin. So this jar is made by Mia Casal from San Antonio, Zambales. So si Miss Mia po usually yung ginagamit niya is mud and red clay to create her piece. Tapos yung signature niya dun also is naglalagay siya ng different texture of black sand. So we use this fermentation to create the unique flavors for the dishes that we serve for both Aya and Hapag. Yes. And of course, we also wanted to showcase you the map of the Philippines as Hapag aim to travel into different regions para po ma-champion ang ating cuisine. And last March, they traveled to Zamboanga where they see the oldest mosque. So later po, makikita nyo din yung mga glass coasters na nagawa ng Yakan women from Basilan Island. So they also had to experience the fresh seafood in Tawi-Tawi Island. So this isn't just to showcase the cuisine of Western Mindanao, but to shed lights to our brothers and sisters. Because mostly when we hear Western Mindanao, we have a different perspective of that. But this one is to see the other side of Western Mindanao. And we're very proud na kami din yung naka-experience. So we wanted to share to our fellow Filipinos and other international guests.
After the introduction, we were led inside the restaurant to be showcased the different ingredients that will be used for the tasting menu, which are all endemic to Western Mindanao. Most Western Mindanao recipes utilize coconut since this is an ingredient that is readily available for them. Some highlight ingredients include bubok, which is also known as toasted coconut, and also sinuyog lahing, which is a type of burnt coconut that adds a smoky flavor to the dish. This is called the gamet, which is a type of edible seaweed that can be found in the coast of the Philippines, which is similar to the famous seaweed of Japan. We are also showcased the different types of ginger that can be found in Western Mindanao. This introduction didn't just give us a quick peek of the tasting menu, but also educated us on what Western Mindanao has to offer. Afterwards, we were led to the open kitchen to be given a quick tour.
Give you an open kitchen tour. So we have an open kitchen, as you can see. We have 5 stations and then on overlooking of the dining area. So this is the first station. This is what we call the pass. And in the pass, this is handled by Chef Atali, our sous chef. Hello. Hi. So this is so this is the pass, and this is handled by Chef Atali again. So all the food that comes out to the dining table to you guys, it should come through here, and then also the final touches, finishing garnishes, happens in this station. And then yes, come inside. And then the next one, this is the cold station handled by Chef Angel, and together with her is Piolo and then our intern Vicky. So they handle the cold stuff, agal-agal, and then one of your sides of your mains as well will come from here. So cold stuff will come from this section. And then the next one, we have Kurt in here. Our intern is going to give you our welcome drink for tonight.
So please take one. So what we have here is our lacto-fermented mulberries. So for this one, we harvested this from our Filipino farmers in Batangas, in Lipa City. And what we did to this is we lacto fermented it and then we juiced it. And then to add flavor, we added pineapple tea and also mint syrup to make it more refreshing, a little bit herby, and to prepare your palates for the incoming process. Hope you enjoy.
Yes. So it's really good. You get the deeper flavor of the mulberry since it's lacto fermented. Much deeper flavor of it. So I hope you like it.
Lahat ng ingredients is locally sourced.
Yes, it is locally
Zero
sourced.
round. Zero.
Yes, you can. Of course. Pwede po talaga. And then, alright, so Kurt and I, we handle the pastry stations. Of course, the sweet stuff will come from us. So the desserts are like ice cream and then some chocolates later on. So we'll be in charge of that. And then the next station right here, this is the hot appetizers handled by Chef Ralph, and together with him is Chef Jim. So they will handle this a tea course. You're gonna get 4 skewers each, and then bread course, and then one of your mains also, which is the camaron, the shrimp. Right? And then right here, the hottest part of the kitchen handled by hottest boy right here, Chef Ralph. So he handles the mains, hot stuff and the good stuff. So Chef Jim by the grill, making sure that the skewers are really hot and then cooked to perfection. Also, later on, there's some wok action for the goreng courses. So hot stuff and the good stuff, everything by Chef Ralph. So that's it for our kitchen tour. I hope you enjoyed it. So we are having a Western Mindanao menu for tonight. That's it. Please enjoy.
After the tour, we were led to our table to begin our tasting menu experience showcasing Western Mindanao cuisine. Every course is accompanied by a photograph that shows the event that inspired each course. Hapag's menu is quite unique as it only shows images of the courses. This was done in order to add an element of surprise to the experience. Our starting course was the Tiola Itum, Mindanao's version of one of the Philippines' most famous soup, the tinola. It had a deep and relaxing flavor from the beef broth, a smoky flavor from the burnt coconut oil, and of course some fresh ginger to balance out the tastes. Ginger is considered as a special spice in Mindanao and is only used in special occasions. For our next course, we had the Sati course, which was inspired by a local breakfast place in Zamboanga. It consisted of various meat that was often unused such as beef tongue, beef rump, chicken tail, and chicken skin. To top it all off, it also included a sati sauce, which had a smoky, sweet, and spicy flavor. For our third course, we had the agal-agal, which consisted of tuna, gamit dressing, tomato, green mangoes, and agal-agal, which is a type of seaweed that originated from Tawi-Tawi. It was then coated with bubok, the toasted coconut that we showed earlier, adding a more crunchy texture and savory taste to the dish. Our next course surprised us the most, as it consisted of a mee goreng dish, which was inspired by a small stall that Chef Turley and Chef Nav decided to try for their midnight snack in Mindanao. It consisted of Hapag's house-made noodles, mushrooms, fried egg white, quail egg yolk, and calamansi. It had a sweet, savory, and slightly spicy taste and is the type of dish that one would crave regularly. For our bread course, we had the siagol with roti martabak. So this consisted of a local pesto roti or flatbread, swordfish, coconut mornay, caviar, pickled onions, chimichurri, and borracho. This was topped with Malagos cheese, a locally sourced goat cheese in Mindanao, which also introduced Filipino cheese to the world. Our next course was the leche flan course, which consisted of calamansi tanglad granita, leche flan, scoby, pickled cucumber and roselle, and binahian. This course had a sweet and sour flavor and was the perfect palate cleanser for the courses ahead.
And now, we're on the salo-salo part, which are the favorite food of Chef Turdy and Kevin all throughout the journey. First would be pomelo salad. Next would be camaron rebusado with Rice Krispies and Olivor sauce. Riandang maranao or beef stew. And the last one would be junay, a sticker rice with mixed spices. This topped with calamansi juices for extra citrusy flavor. Fried shallots, and fried rice krispies for extra umami flavor. For dessert, the Knickerbocker. It consists of a watermelon, melon, pineapple jelly, and lychee, with Amazaki bubbles and topped with strawberry ice cream. And now the chocolates. The first one would be Putli Mandi, with bukayo and kakanin dough inside. The colorful one would be Biyaki. The round one would be Palikambing, with caramelized banana inside. The brown one would be Wajit, with rice cake inside.
So that was our Hapag experience, and honestly, we were very impressed. From the storytelling in each dish to the warm hospitality, it really felt like a journey through Filipino culture, one bite at a time.